Hi everybody, today I'm going to be looking at one of my favourite sitcoms, which is Peter Kay's Phoenix Nights. Now, if you don't know who Peter Kay is, he's a stand-up comedian, but he doesn't tell jokes as such, he tells stories. And he's the guy, there's lots of reaction videos to him doing his misheard lyrics sketch.
We're giving love in a femidom.
And he's huge and has sold out arena tours, and he did the tour that didn't tour. He just sold out multiple nights at a 20,000 seat arena. It's huge.
In this tour alone, over 1.2 million tickets sold, more than 120 arena dates.
Weezer amazing. I never thought I'd see him on water skiing at 89.
He's not been around for a few years because of unknown personal circumstances. He's making public appearances again, and it's great to see him. And I'm sure everybody, whatever has gone on in Peter's life or his family's life, everybody's respected his privacy because he doesn't crave the limelight. Whilst he's hugely successful and immensely funny, he's quite a personal man and a family man. But Phoenix Nights was his big breakout series. To set the scene, in 1999, he did that Peter Kay thing, which was an anthology mockumentary series. And one of the episodes was called The Club. And it was basically a pilot episode for Phoenix Nights. Anybody else wants to watch this? The first episode is pretty much self-made. Peter narrates it himself, and it's about a motorway service station. Everything's set around Peter's hometown of Bolton. So there's one episode about a motorway service station, another about Britain's oldest paper boy. He does The Club, which is about the Phoenix Nights pilots. He does one about a taxi driver rip-off about ice cream sellers, ice cream vans, called I think the Iceman Cometh, Mr. Softy Top. It's incredibly funny. Another about Manchester Arena, where later on he sold out, dozens and dozens of nights, but it's about him being a steward there. And they're all very, very funny series, all different series. There's another one about a bingo call. So he had like 6 episodes, all of which could have been developed into its own TV show. But for whatever reason, Phoenix Nights, the episode called The Club in this, was chosen for a sitcom. So Peter made Phoenix Nights, and he plays multiple characters. He plays the main protagonist, Brian Potter, who's the wheelchair-bound owner of the club, and not a particularly nice character. Aggressive, loud, rude, unpleasant to his staff.
Jerry! Jerry, is that you?
Ryan, is that you?
I'm trapped, man! I'm trapped on the stairs! Kick the door in!
Oh, with my bike?
No, with your foot, you tool! Kick it in! You brought me door! Shoulder it, you big dick!
The club compere is another stand-up comic from Bolton called Dave Spikey, playing Jerry Sinclair. And it's very much about the tussle between Jerry, who's quite honest and a nice guy, and about Brian Potter, who's very scheming and all these get-rich-quick stories. Now, the Phoenix Club's got a checkered history. I think when it was called the Neptune Club, it flooded, and Brian got trapped against a wall. That's how he lost the ability to walk. That's how he became disabled. So Peter Kay goes into with everything he does, he goes into immense detail and accuracy. So it's about a British working man's club. Now, a working man's club was a social club in industrial areas, often run by a charity or a cooperative type of organisation, providing entertainment and cheap beer at weekends for working people. Some limped on. There's still a few around today in 2022. I used to go to Ewood Working Men's Club before I started taking my son to the football. I used to go to Ewood Park Working Men's Club, which was very similar to the Phoenix Club, before and after football games at my club, Blackburn Rovers. But this ensemble cast, Peter plays Brian Potter, he also plays Max, who's one of the two doormen.
Hey!
What? Have you had your brew? Why? Come on. So we're up next, us. What?
Robot Wars. We're up against Death by Chocolate.
Oh, shit 'em.
Now, the other doorman, the security guard, is played by Paddy McGuinness. Paddy has, I think, one line to say in one of the first episode of that Peter Kay thing. And Paddy's now one of the biggest stars on British TV. So he was Peter Kay's personal trainer and a long-standing friend, and was asked to be in Phoenix Nights. Not an actor, no experience. Now he's presenting Take Me Out. He presents Top Gear, a huge international show. And good luck to Paddy. I'm a big fan of Paddy McGuinness. I've seen him. He later did a bit of stand-up, which was incredibly rude and blue, really rude in some places. But it's interesting to see a lot of people have broken out of this series. In one episode, there's a short section with a really bad psychic called Clinton Baptiste.
Clinton Baptiste.
You all right? Now, I'm getting a voice. Spirit's very strong tonight, very strong. Hey, oh. I'm getting the name. I'm hearing the name. John. Is there a John in the audience?
He's in it for about 2 minutes, and the actor who plays him goes on tour still. Clinton Baptiste. I went to see him before the pandemic. Incredibly funny. This really bad fake clairvoyant act. So these people made careers on the back of Phoenix Nights. Looking at the cast, Neil Fitzmaurice went on to bigger things. Janice Connolly has been in TV shows. Archie Kelly does stand-up. Steve Edge pops up in things. So, the casts have gone on. This was hugely successful in the UK, and it was on Channel 4. So the first series was about, basically, the working men's club. And in the last episode, and if you don't want to know what happens, turn off now. But in the last episode of Series 1, disaster strikes and the club burns down. Which brings us to Series 2, which is the club's been burnt out. Brian's desolate, he's down on his luck, and it's about the team getting back together. Jerry Sinclair's the welcomer at Asda, which was at the time owned by Walmart. So if any American viewers, hi, welcome to Walmart. Asda was at the time the British version of Walmart, and Jerry's saying, "Come and get your black bin bags," the theme of Men in Black. Yeah, and they've all gone their separate ways, and it's about getting the team back together. Now, the person who caused the fire is Brian Potter's arch rival, which is Den Perry. And Den Perry started the fire, so it's all about this court case unravelling, and not court case, like this investigation. Was it Den Perry? And trying to get the police to realise it's Den Perry. So the Series 2 is a bit more of a story. Series 1 in more loose episodes, but Series 2 is very much a story arc through it. Both series are equally as funny. The standard is really high. The standard of acting, the standard of production, the detail Peter Kay goes in to get Clubland, and there's little side jokes dotted everywhere in it. If you watch it multiple times and you're from the northwest of England than I am, you'll spot little silly little things that he's put in. The attention to detail is huge. Anyway, with this, Max and Paddy, the doorman, want to assassinate somebody for money. So they get a hitman, and the hitman doesn't do the job, and they get involved with the mafia. And at the end of this, they leg it, they do a runner. And there was an offshoot series, Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere. Was Max and Paddy travel around the country trying to escape the mafia in a camper van.
The A-team.
Yeah, I'll tell you who my favourite in the A-team. Howling Mad Murdoch. I did some laughing at him. He were crackers.
You can't beat VA though, eh?
You reckon?
Oh, I ain't getting on no plane, fool. I ain't getting on no plane.
Yeah. Here, drink this milk beer.
Oh. How'd I get here?
Yeah, every week, yeah.
Still very funny. Not as good as Phoenix Nights, I didn't think. Phoenix Nights did come back for a one-off. I can't remember how many shows. They did a few shows at Manchester Arena, and I went to them, and it was excellent. It was nice to see the old cast on stage. It was for charity. Peter Kay does a huge amount for charity, so they reunited the cast of Phoenix Nights years later to do several charity shows at Manchester Arena, and it was a pleasure to go to it. It was very funny and really good to see the show come alive in live. It wasn't really a story as such. They were just live sketches. So Ravon, the DJ, did an acid house set. Ryan Potter did various things, including getting stuck up a Stanner stairlift. Yeah, and then there were individual acts by all the members of the cast in character, so it was very good. So anybody who's not seen it, this is one of the greatest TV shows, never mind comedy, one of the greatest TV shows, in my opinion, of the 21st century. 2 series. Peter Kay doesn't let things drag. He does it, then moves on to something else. Does it, has huge success, moves on to the next project. And it was quite a long time. So he did this, he did Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere. And it was quite a long time till he did his next series, which was Car Share, which I've got that on Blu-ray, so I'll have to have a look at that sometimes with you. So anyway, getting down to the Phoenix Club. Not sure I'm going to look if these are available on DVD. I don't think they've never been released on Blu-ray. So, one come out in 2002, one come out in season 2 in 2004. So they are 20 years old, and it's hard to think. I remember watching this on TV, and it does not seem 20 years ago. But still hugely fresh, hugely funny. Peter Kay is a genius. We love you, Peter. We can't wait to see you in something really soon. But it's been great to see you making public appearances and out and about and opening things for charity. And, you've done so much for charity over the years. What a good guy Peter Kay is, and how many millions of people he's made laugh. I think laughing he's one of these people, every time I see him, he just makes me feel happy. And whether he's doing stand-up or even making an appearance on the local TV. He was opening, I think, a sailing centre for disabled people. Even doing that, it just makes everybody's laugh. And I think he's really the nation's heart. And as I say, everybody loves you, Peter. We hope to see you again soon. If you want to do your own thing, I think everybody's cool with that as well, because you've made us laugh so much over the years. Fantastic. And garlic bread.